All right, so today we're gonna like really dive into this beast of a machine.
Oh, yeah.
The Dell Alienware m18 laptop.
It's a serious piece of hardware.
It is. Maybe you're listening to this and thinking about getting one yourself. Maybe you've got that backlog of games you just want to crush, or maybe you just, want to know what the cutting edge of gaming laptops is all about.
Right, or maybe you're just curious.
Yeah. Or maybe you just love like geeking out on specs and performance numbers.
Exactly.
Well, we've done the work for you.
Yes, we have.
We've gone through all those hands-on reviews.
Yeah, dug through the spec sheet.
The benchmarks, you name it. We've gone through it all.
All those articles and videos. You don't have to because we've distilled it down to
so you don't have to.
Set.
Exactly. So think of this like your, shortcut to understanding what this Alienware m18 is all about.
Its strengths, its weaknesses, everything.
Yeah, all the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Exactly.
So we've got forces that cover like everything, the look and the feel of it.
The design.
Yeah, and let's be real, this thing is probably going to spend more time on your desk.
Yeah, more of a desktop replacement for sure.
Than on your lap.
Yeah, definitely.
But we'll get into that. But we've got info on how it performs in games, the screen, how good it looks.
The connectivity.
All that good stuff.
Ports, yeah, all the ports.
All those little details.
Yeah, so our goal here is really simple. We're going to pull out all the most important stuff so that by the end of this, you can decide for yourself, does this Alienware m18, is this the right machine for you?
Right, for your needs, your style.
Yeah, does it fit your needs, your budget,
Your gaming style.
Exactly. Okay, so first impressions. This thing is
huge.
Not exactly a small laptop, right?
It's a beast.
Yeah.
Like every single review said desktop replacement.
Desktop replacement.
Not for travel.
Yeah,
oh.
9.3 pounds.
Yeah, 4.2 kilograms. You're not going to be like, casually tossing this in your backpack and heading to the coffee shop.
No, it's a serious machine.
It's a desktop replacement.
But there is a good side to that.
Yeah.
All that size means they can pack in a much better cooling system.
Oh, that's true.
Which is super important, to keep it running at peak performance when you're gaming for hours.
Especially when you've got like, top of the line components in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Generating a lot of heat.
You don't want it to throttle.
Right.
Because it's getting too hot.
You want those fans to be able to keep up.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't always get that in those really thin and light laptops.
That's true. Those thin and lights, they often have to sacrifice some performance to stay cool.
Exactly.
But what about the build quality? I mean, it's big, but is it like, is it actually well built?
Oh, yeah. From the reviews, it sounds like it's a tank.
A tank?
Solid construction.
Okay.
Premium materials. Really durable.
So it sounds like it's built to last.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so maybe not super portable.
No.
And at least it seems like it's going to hold up.
Exactly. Built to withstand some serious use.
Okay, and of course we got to talk about the Alienware aesthetic.
Oh, yeah, the looks.
Right, it's got that signature look,
Bold lines.
Bold lines.
That gamer aesthetic.
Gamer aesthetic.
And of course, RGB lighting.
Oh, yeah, the alien effects.
You gotta have RGB.
You gotta have it.
It's like a staple of the brand.
It's so customizable, too, right?
Oh, yeah. You can tweak it to your heart's content.
Match your setup, match your game.
It's that personalization that really draws people in.
And it's not just about the looks either, right?
No, there's substance behind the style.
Okay, tell me more.
So, one thing that really stood out in the reviews is the keyboard.
The keyboard?
Yeah, specifically the optional CherryMX mechanical keyboard.
Oh, that's a big deal for some gamers.
It's huge. It's a game changer.
Yeah, for people who love that tactile feedback.
Yeah, the clicky feel.
Yeah, and those mechanical switches, they're just so much more satisfying to type on.
And responsive?
Yeah, than those mushy laptop keys you usually get.
Absolutely. And they can be more durable, too.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially for, gamers who are really hammering on those keys.
Exactly. Heavy use.
So, okay, we've got this powerful machine.
A beast.
A beast with a great keyboard.
Yeah.
But all those powerful components, they got to generate some serious heat.
Oh, yeah. Heat management is crucial.
So how does the M18 handle it?
Well, Alienware has this thing called Cryo-Tech cooling.
Cryo-Tech?
Yeah, it's their advanced cooling system.
Okay.
They've got these hexagonal vents for better airflow.
Hexagonal vents, that's cool.
Yeah, and some configurations even have vapor chamber cooling.
Wow, so they're really pulling out all the stops.
They're not messing around.
To keep this thing cool.
When you think about it, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
How they managed to cram all that power into a laptop.
Yeah, and keep it from melting.
Exactly, without turning it into a brick.
Right, and still keep it, relatively thin. I mean, it's not not super thin.
It's not thin.
But,
but it's not like a huge...
It's not like a cinder block.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like portable-ish?
Portable-ish for a desktop replacement.
But, okay, so it stays cool, but what about the noise?
Ah, yes, the fans.
Yeah, are we talking like, jet engine levels of
No,
noise?
not quite a jet engine.
Okay.
But it's not silent either.
Okay.
So reviews say that under heavy load,
like when you're gaming.
especially when you're gaming,
Yeah.
you're going to hear those fans spinning up.
Oh.
It's the price you pay for power.
That's true.
Physics being physics.
You can't cheat the laws of thermodynamics.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move on to the screen.
It's the display.
18 inches?
It's got to be pretty immersive.
Oh, yeah. Super immersive.
Especially for gaming.
Whether you're exploring a vast open world.
Yeah. Or, just browsing the web. Even browsing the web, yeah, everything just looks better on a bigger screen.
Yeah, and the standard resolution is QHD+, right?
That's right, 2560 by 1600 pixels.
And 165 hertz refresh rate.
Yeah, so you're getting both sharp visuals
Yeah.
and smooth motion.
Nice.
That's a pretty sweet spot for most gamers.
But what about those folks who are like really into competitive gaming?
Yes, the esports crowd.
Yeah, they need every frame they can get.
For them, there's an FHD Plus option with a whopping 480 hertz refresh rate.
480 hertz.
That's insane.
That's crazy fast.
Yeah, it's all about speed and responsiveness.
Every millisecond counts.
Exactly.
So I guess it depends on your priorities, right?
Right. What's more important to you, the crisp detail of a higher resolution?
Yeah.
Or that buttery, smooth, ultra-high refresh rate?
It's tough choice.
It is.
But the reviews also mention Volpe Vision and NVIDIA GSY-MC.
Oh, yeah, those are great additions.
Yeah, what do those bring to the table?
So Dolby Vision, it basically makes the picture look even better.
Okay, how so?
It expands the dynamic range and the color palette so you get richer, more vibrant visuals.
Like deeper blacks, brighter whites.
Exactly. And more realistic colors overall.
And what about GSY-NC?
So GSY-NC, it's all about smoothness.
Okay.
It syncs the refresh rate of the display with the graphics card.
So no more screen tearing.
Exactly. You know that annoying thing where the image splits horizontally?
Yeah, it's super distracting.
Yeah, especially in fast-paced games.
Yeah, so GSY-NC gets rid of that.
Makes everything much smoother, more responsive.
Nice. So it seems like they've really thought about the display.
Yeah, they didn't cut any corners.
But were there any downsides mentioned?
Well, some reviews did say that the maximum brightness could be higher.
Oh, okay.
Compared to some other laptops in its class.
So maybe not ideal for super bright environments.
Yeah, if you're gaming outside of direct sunlight, you might struggle.
Right.
But the color accuracy is supposed to be excellent.
Okay, that's good.
Which is really important for gamers and content creators alike.
Yeah, you don't want your colors to be all washed out or inaccurate.
No, you want them to be true to life.
So overall, it sounds like a really solid display.
Definitely a high-quality viewing experience.
Okay, enough about the screen. Let's get to the heart of the matter.
The performance.
The guts of this machine.
The powerhouse.
Yeah, what kind of power are we talking about here?
Top-of-the-line stuff.
Okay, give me the specs.
We're talking up to the latest 13th Gen Intel Core i9-13980HX processor.
Okay, so the best of the best.
Pretty much.
All right, and what about the graphics?
NVIDIA GeForce RTX 40 series.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, the top-tier stuff up to the RTX 4090.
4090, that's like desktop-level performance.
Yeah, basically a desktop GPU and a laptop.
That's insane. And what about RAM and storage?
Up to 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM.
Oh, wow.
And up to 4 terabytes of PCIe NVMe SSD storage.
So plenty of space for all your games and files.
Yeah, you're not going to run out of space anytime soon.
Okay, so those are some impressive specs, but what about real-world performance?
Well, one of the reviews actually ran some benchmarks.
Oh, perfect. Let's hear it.
So in Cyberpunk 2077 with ultra settings and ray tracing on...
Okay, that's a demanding game.
Yeah, very demanding. They were getting around 90 FPS.
90 FPS with ray tracing.
On a laptop.
That's impressive.
It is.
Okay, what about other games?
Red Dead Redemption 2 on ultra settings around 100 FPS.
Okay, wow.
Call of Duty Warzone on high settings 180 FPS.
That's buttery smooth.
And Forza Horizon 5 on ultra settings 120 FPS.
So this thing can pretty much handle any game you throw at it.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Okay, so clearly this laptop is built for serious gamers.
Hardcore gamers, content creators, anyone who needs that raw power.
And it's not just about gaming, right?
No, it can handle video editing, 3D rendering, multitasking.
Yeah, anything that requires a lot of processing power.
And with DLSS 3 and ray tracing, you're getting the best possible visuals and performance.
Yeah, it's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a laptop.
Absolutely.
Okay, but now for the million-dollar question.
Battery life.
Battery life? How long can you actually use this thing unplugged?
Well, as you might expect with all that power...
It's not going to last all day.
No, not even close.
Okay, so what are we talking?
For general use, like browsing the web, maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Okay, not terrible.
But for
It
gaming,
can drain a lot faster.
yeah, maybe 1 to 2 hours tops.
Even with a 97 watt-hour battery.
Yeah, it's just sucking down the juice.
So basically, this is a plugged-in machine.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're going to do any serious gaming or work,
You're going to want to be plugged in.
you'll need that power outlet.
Okay, so let's talk connectivity. What kind of ports does this thing have?
Oh, it's got a ton of ports.
Okay, lay her on me.
2 Thunderbolt 4 ports.
Nice.
USB-C 3.2 Gen 2.
Okay.
2 USB-A 3.2 Gen 1.
These are the classic ones.
Yeah, for older peripherals,
Right.
HDI 2.1 mini display port, 1.4 Ethernet RJ45 headphone jack, even a microSD card reader.
Wow, that's a lot of ports.
Yeah, they really decked it out.
So you can connect pretty much anything.
Yeah, externals to place, hard drives, you name it.
And the reviews mention that the port layout is good too?
Yeah, well spaced out, easy to access.
So no need for a bunch of dongles.
Nope, you're good to go.
Okay, so let's say someone's listening to this and they're thinking, okay, I'm sold.
Ready to buy.
What are like the key things they should consider before pulling the trigger?
Well, first and foremost, the portability issue.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's a beast.
It's big. It's bad.
If you're going to be traveling a lot,
Yeah, it's probably not the best choice.
maybe look for something smaller and lighter
Right, but if you're mainly going to be using it at home,
on your desk.
yeah, then the size and weight might not be a big deal.
Exactly.
And what about the price?
Oh, yeah, it's a premium machine.
Premium price.
You're paying for those top-tier components.
Right, so make sure it fits your budget.
Don't go breaking the bank.
And one last thing, we mentioned it earlier, but it's worth repeating.
The fan noise.
Yeah, this thing can get loud.
Especially when you're pushing it hard.
So if you're sensitive to noise,
Or you need a quiet environment.
yeah, maybe not the best choice.
But if you're okay with a little bit of fan noise,
And you want the best possible performance.
then this is the machine for you.
Okay, and before we wrap up, any software or extra features we should mention?
Oh, yeah, they've got the Alienware Command Center.
Okay, what's that?
It's basically a hub for customizing the laptop.
Okay.
You can control the RGB lighting adjust, fan speed, set performance profiles.
So lots of control over how the laptop behaves.
Yeah, you can really tweak it to your liking.
Nice. And what about NVIDIA Advanced Optimus?
Oh, yeah, that's a cool feature.
What does it do?
So it basically switches between the integrated graphics and the dedicated NVIDIA GPU.
Okay, so when you're just browsing the web or doing light work.
It uses the integrated graphics to save battery.
Smart.
And then when you launch a game or something demanding,
Peeks over to the NVIDIA GPU.
yeah, for maximum performance.
Nice. So it's trying to be a little bit more efficient.
Yeah, trying to squeeze out a bit more battery life.
But even with that, the battery life is still
Not great.
not great.
Yeah, it's the trade-off for power.
Okay, so to sum it all up, the Alienware M18
A
is
monster.
it's a beast of a gaming laptop.
It's got the performance, the screen, the build quality.
It's got it all.
But it's not perfect.
Right, the size, the weight, the battery life,
Yeah.
the price.
And the noise.
Those are all things to consider.
Before you make a decision.
Yeah, so for you listening, what does like a no-compromise gaming experience look like to you?
What are your priorities?
Yeah, and does this Alienware M18 fit into that vision?
It's a question worth asking yourself.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the best laptop for you is the one that meets your specific needs.
Exactly.
All right, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Alienware M18.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.